A little bit about myself. So I currently wear two hats. One is that I lead a research group on inclusive digital community health at the University of Applied Sciences in St. Pölten. And I'll speak a bit more about this. And the other one is that I am at the Ministry of Health in the cabinet in Slovenia, working on health technology assessment. So these are my two fields that I actually focus on now. And what I'm trying to do is really to, in a way, also go beyond healthcare. So my driver, of stepping into healthcare many years ago was actually that I saw that the system doesn't really work, and I thought like, okay, if I can contribute to something that the system will work when I'm gonna need it, it's even a bigger driver in a way for me. So the initial thought was in a way selfish, but through the years, when you start working with it, it becomes bigger and bigger, and you see how much there is to do, and how much we can do together. And what he also mentioned, Adam, with regard to trust. I think for me, my why is also you build trust by working together, and this is a great platform for us to do so. So I'm originally from Slovenia. I studied international business and went on then on doing an MBA in healthcare management and leadership. At that time in Slovenia, there was no education like this. I went on. I worked with WHO in Barcelona for a while, and then somehow I thought like I would like to be more in research. So I did my PhD in Finland, in, I like to say, quality of life. It's then so I like to brag that I have a PhD on quality of life, but it was a little bit more. Focused on the diabetic patients and using their patient-reported quality of life measurement. So this is how I came into the field of research and academia, and was working many years in that. In the meantime, I was then in Norway working for an international company, and moved to Vienna now 2 years ago. So I've been around, as Lars said. Maybe just another note, because sometimes when you work in research, it's very it's not so, you cannot really grasp it. So it's often so to me it actually lacked a little bit of kind of like, what impact am I really making? And so I signed up because I work a lot in public health, to be the delegate for the Norwegian Red Cross in the emergency response unit. So I've been deployed to Syria. I work there as the public health delegate. So they're kind of like, I figured that there are so many different things that we need to bring together, and what we can learn from, and what we need to take into account when we discuss the futures. And Carolina, you mentioned it very well, with bringing all of these different aspects into our work. There's another thing that I wanted to mention today, and it's also part of my why, is that if we invest in healthcare, we should actually invest in health. And this is where kind of like we put our buck to, where how we can keep people healthy and out of the healthcare system. And I think this is part of also what you, Luisa, mentioned on the resilience and so on. So we have a few projects that we are working on now on using digital technology, virtual reality, in improving resilience for healthcare professionals. On the entrepreneurship, we used to have a project we just finished on how can we use University of Applied Sciences as incubators for for digital health developers and so on. So it's been a lot. I'm a little bit older than most of the people are here, so it's a little bit more that went into it. So thank you for listening to me.